Well, hey everybody and welcome. Today I'm over here at the All-Star Music Resort, and this is their parking area where you're going to be driving into the resort, and here's the resort. So there are three different All-Star resorts, guys. There's the music, the movies, and All-Star Sports, and they're all labeled right on the front of the building, just like that. Right now we're actually going to head into the front entrance where you're going to walk in. That would be the side where the buses are coming in. And we're not going to go in the side entrance. We're actually going to go in where you're going to check in. So the main lobby here. So we're going to walk on down over here. You've got somebody outside that's going to be able to help you with your luggage and stuff like that. But we're going to head right on inside. So these are the main doors, and they're the same on every one of the All-Star resorts. And as you guys walk in, you can see right off the bat, it's themed around the music. You got all the characters in the background playing their instruments. You've got the music notes in every single counter where they're going to help you check in. And down the hall, you can see way down on the wall in the blue down there, that's going to be all the pictures of all their musicians playing their instruments and stuff. Now, each one of the All-Stars have a TV on the wall for the kids to watch. And in the back, behind the guys checking in, you can see the pins back there. They're oversized pins that you get, so they're going to give you an idea what they look like. If you're on your first visit, the pin will say first visit. If you're on your anniversary, it'll say anniversary. And there's some of the pictures up there. But right now we're actually heading over to the Maestro Mickey's, and that's their general store / gift shop. Now we're actually going to just give you a peek in there, and we're actually going to have the video launched in our website. We'll actually also launch the video for the store on YouTube, because we got a lot of people that just want the store without the whole video of the actual resort, so it's a little easier to watch. You guys can visit that at our YouTube channel, or you can go into our website at thecountrybeartours.com, and you can see they're all themed out for Halloween. So right now we're actually going to go by the main check-in lobby here, and we're going to head on down the hall. Now, if you guys are actually going into any of the All-Star resorts, they're all themed out the same. You got the big hall, you come into the main, take a right, you got the big hall, and you've got your food court / arcade right on the opposite side of the hallway. And this is the intermission food court. And then over here on the right, let me spin the camera around for you. That's the notable games. So this is the All-Star Music's arcade. Now each one of the arcades in each one of the All-Star resorts are pretty similar to this one. They just have a different name. Some of them have different games and stuff. So let's head on into the intermission food court. When you guys walk in, you're greeted with the menu on the wall. And then we're going to continue on in to show you what the actual food court looks like. So each one of the All-Stars have their own type of food court. They're very similar, but they're themed differently. Obviously, this one's got all the music notes on top, but you guys get to walk around and choose whatever kind of food you guys want to eat. So it could be breakfast, it could be lunch, it could be dinner. So if you guys don't want to go into the big resorts on property and spend the bigger money on some of those high-end restaurants or in the theme parks, you can stay in these food courts, and they're actually priced really well for you. Come on. Gives you an idea what it looks like in here, and we're going to have each one of the All-Star resorts posted, so you guys will be able to see what each one of the food courts look like. Straight ahead, you've got the back of their wet bar that goes out towards the pool. Right over to the left here is where obviously it says beverages up on top. This is where you guys are going to actually reload your drinks and stuff like that. You come over here, you got your napkins, your forks, your spoons. There's some artwork up on the wall, and each resort has their own different artwork up there. But that gives you a little idea of what you're looking at when you're looking down in the area where you're going to sit. So you'll come down here, get your sodas after you get your food. You'll sit down, and this is the whole area you guys are going to dine in. And over to the right is where you're going to get all your foods and your drinks and stuff. But we're going to head back out towards the arcade here, and then we're going to head right around the corner to the left to the pool. So these are the doors that are going to lead you right out to the pool. As you guys are walking out here, you've got the directory right off to the right. You've got the pool. All All-Star resorts, pool right out back.
What?
If you're not sure where you're at, just come back out and take a look at the pool. But you can come over to the directory here. It's going to tell you music up on top, so you know where you're at, the All-Star music. But if you're not sure, look at the pool and the buildings. You've got all the instruments around the outside of the pool. And in the background, you can see the guy playing the saxophone there, the jazz guy playing the saxophone. And this is their pool here with the Tres Caballeros. Look around the pool for you. And it's nice, as you guys can see, the numbers here are really low. So if you guys are looking to come over, now's a really good time because there's not a lot of people lately at the resort. So it's really nice. And actually, it's funny, is these are the more filled up resorts because they're the budget resorts. And this is how many people they have. So it's actually really good to get over here now. A little closer look at the pool for you. And this pool, you can see the name of it. So as you guys are back, you turn around, head back towards the building and head over to the left there. You're gonna come over to the actual wet bar that's outside. So each one of them has the wet bar. And they got the name right up on top, the Singing Spirits. And you guys are gonna come up. They've got right up on the front what they have here. A little closer for you. So if you guys are looking for drinks or snacks and stuff like that, they're right out here. And this actually goes right into the food court area. Another look back over at the pool and some of the rooms you guys are gonna stay in. Now I've stayed here a couple of times. It's a real fun resort to stay at. But right now we're gonna make our way down. So we came out the back doors, we took a left, and we're gonna go around the pool. This resort is actually head straight back for most of the rooms and over to the right. To the left, there's nothing over that way, so we're going along the pool right now. Now, all the All-Star resorts have recently had a facelift, so all the rooms are all freshly redone. There is a little bit of construction going on at a couple of these All-Star resorts, but for the most part, there's not too much. So we're making our way down around the actual pool right now. And you can see there's nobody in this video. The pool's pretty empty, nobody here. It's a good time to get over here. And there's the sign, the Calypso, for the Calypso pool there. And there's one over here. So as you guys are doing your homework online, this is the Calypso pool. This is one of the nicer ones, and you've got the three characters out in the water, and they shoot a little bit of water out the tops there. And the only other one that's gonna do that is the All-Star movies. So right now we're gonna head on down this way. And we do got somebody doing a little bit of construction down here. They're doing a little bit of painting down here, so you see a little bit of painting going on and stuff. But for the most part, there's not a lot here going on, just a little bit. So we're gonna come right on out the back here. Instead of going down the side, they've got that machine there. So we're underneath the actual awning where the rooms are, and there are rooms up above too. And now we'll head on back to the center here. Now each one of these big, like this one right here has got the gentleman playing the saxophone there, or the trumpet. There's your saxophone. They're gonna tell you where you're staying. So when you're looking down at the end of the buildings, if you're not sure where you're staying, those things are gonna be the markers. So if you see them and you're staying here, you're gonna be near the bongo drums and the big like round medallions of the guys playing the saxophone, the trumpet. So this, you'll know where you're gonna come to your room in case you get lost. And we're gonna keep heading straight on out back here. And this is gonna take you to the next section of this actual resort. And each one of them are laid out a little bit differently. The All-Star Sports and the movies are laid out a little bit differently. But I'll give you guys a little look back. Straight ahead always is gonna be the main building. On both sides is gonna be the buildings where you're actually staying. So we're gonna come on down here right now, and you guys are gonna see they got like a little center island there that's like a little bit of a fountain going on there. And we'll head on over this way. So now if you guys are heading down here or staying down here in your room, this is gonna tell you where you're staying. You've got the big drums on both sides, and you've kind of got a little fountain in the middle there. So you can either walk through the center or walk around the side like we're doing now. And this is gonna take you down once again to another section. And we've got another pool directly ahead today. And this is going to be, it's shaped like a piano. So this is going to be like a piano pool down here. And once again, we like coming over to this resort and staying here. I like the sports. I like the music. They're my two favorites. The pool I like the best is over at the All-Star Movies Resort, and that's got the Mickey, the Wizard Mickey there shooting the water out the front, and he's got the big canopy over top. That's actually one of the funner pools because you got a lot of water splashing down on you. And in here you've got a little statue right now, and that's going to be Ariel next to the pool, and they're actually doing a little bit of work on that, so that's covered up today. I don't know if they're painting it or just working on it, but that's the piano pool. So this one's back down here, and once again you've got the music notes down on the floor there. So we're going to actually make our way around right now over to it's the section where they've actually got a car over there. They've got a 57 Chevy parked there, or 57 Bel Air. And we're going to make our way around the pool, and now we're going to come over to these big jukeboxes outside, the speakers outside. So if you're not sure where you're staying and you've got a speaker, that's where you're going to go to your room all the time. And as you can tell, this one no longer has the style that we just walked through. It's got its own style. I'll try to get you a little better look at the pool there. Shaped like a big pool, or a big piano, I'm sorry. I'm trying to talk and look around to catch everything with my eyes, so just bear with me as we make our way around here. But now you can go around to the left, and that's going to take you over to the country section. We'll get there next, but right now we're going to show you this section. So you got the big old speakers out front, and we're going to make our way down the street, and you're going to see the guitars on the side of the building. So this is going to be your guitar section. You're going to head on down, and you got the big old jukeboxes down in the middle there. So we'll head on down here, and as you guys can see, there's a car there. And that car has been there for as long as I can remember, and it always looks the same. It's always nice and clean. But this is designed, I think, to take you back in time, give you that feel like back in the day with the old jukeboxes, the old cars. So this is a look at this section here. And now we're actually going to turn around. We're going to do a little cut, and I'm going to bring you guys back over to the country section. So that's going to be like all the country music and stuff like that, and the country decor. So now we're heading back. We turned around, we're actually heading back, and now we're going to go over to the right. There's your speaker we just came from down this street, and now we're going to head over to the right to the country section. Now this one's all themed around the country music. You've got harmonicas and stuff like that. You've got the big cowboy boots all around. You got the banjos. And all the railings, if you see them, have all the music notes on them, so it's kind of cool. Now, if you're over in the All-Star Sports, they'll have tennis balls on them, they'll have basketballs on them, so it's a little different theming, but over here it's all the music of the country. So you've got the violins, the banjos, you got the cowboy boots. And then in the middle, you have like a little sitting area. Now the country section is directly behind the pool that's shaped like the big piano. So let's make our way over here. I'll show you. They've got like a big sitting area in the middle. I don't really know, unless you come out at night and you want to hang out there. I really don't know the importance of that or why that's there. I'm sure a lot of people probably just go out and smoke and stuff, but I just don't see a lot of people using that area. I think they could have used that area a little bit better, or put something in there so it catches your eye. But we'll make our way around. You got the cattle skull up on top there. You got your country boots there. And this is a little section. It's all about the country music over here. And now we're going to make our way back up towards the pool. And then we're going to bank over to the right. And that's going to take us to the last section in the All-Star Music section. We'll get up there in a second, I'm sorry. And here's one last look at the pool before we head over there. Now once again, that's a big piano pool. And they got the big old music player on the outside, the old boom box there. There's your pool. They've got the construction going on the little statue over there of the Little Mermaid. The music notes on the floor. And that's about it on this pool. So now we're gonna leave the country section and we're gonna continue around to the very last section of the All-Star Music Resort here. And once again, if you guys get the opportunity to come over here and check these resorts out, jump on a bus, go down to Disney Springs, jump on a bus, come on over here, and you get to see this stuff. You don't need to be staying here to come over here. They love money. You're gonna come over and walk around. You can use all the amenities on the inside with the food, the arcade, the stores. You can use all that stuff. You can't use the pools. You gotta be staying here to use the pools, guys. They don't like that pool hopping stuff. You don't want to get in trouble. Make sure you're using the pool at your resort. And if you're visiting, you just want to come over and visit and stuff like that. You don't want to be getting in trouble over here. But this is the last section. We're going to head on down there right now, and then we'll make our way back up to the main check-in area. If you guys haven't done it already, make sure you subscribe. Give us a thumbs up, guys. Give us a big like there. If you guys bump into us out here, feel free to say hi. A lot of times we carry some Country Bear Tour stickers on us, and we're more than happy to hand a couple out here and there. And this is the last section. You can see the hands, you can see the little hats up on top there. It's actually a fun little section in there. We got the little baton up there. And I'm gonna go down into the middle here and show you what it looks like before we get out of here. It's worth the walk over here. It's like all the movie theaters right here. It's kind of cool. So you got the Lion King, you've got Aladdin over here. And it's interesting because it's at the All-Star Music. I would think this would be over at the All-Star Movies, but it's in the music, so here we are. Let's turn around the other way now. You got Frozen there, you got Mary Poppins. Just a fun little section there. Now, out of all the places in this area here, from the country over to the 57 Chevy in that other section to over here, this is my funnest section to stay. Every time we come, we actually stay in this area. I like that area where we just came from with the signs of the Lion King and stuff, the Mary Poppins. This is, to me, more fun on this end. Each person has their own place they want to stay, but I like to request when I come here, this section here, just because we like what we see, and then it's not that big of a walk to walk over to the main pool. We don't use this, I don't think I've ever used the piano pool. I've walked through it a couple of times, but we've never actually gone in there and used it. I always use the main pool. So for me, it's worth the walk. You get your bathing suit on, and you just make your way right up to center here, and we're gonna head on back up there. And once again, if you do come over and visit any of the All-Star resorts, they are themed differently. So it's not like you're gonna come over and see the exact same thing. The one is all around the movies, and it's set up a little bit differently. The one is set up around the sports, so it's all sports stuff going on around. And they actually, over at the All-Star Sports, have a big, like a football field in the middle. So we like to come and throw a football around up in that thing. But they do got different pools. Come check them out. Each pool's got their own, like, authentic look to it. So you guys might want to go to one of the resorts and request staying there instead of coming over and being like, oh man, I don't really like these pools. Now that I'm here, I walked around. I should have did my homework before I came down. And then you find out you want to stay at the All-Star Sports Resort. So look at the pools before you make the decision. Make sure you request where you guys want to stay in the resort. Because if you just say nothing and they put you in a room, you may be looking at absolutely nothing while you're in this resort, where I'd rather have a room overlooking something I want to see. So when I open up my window, that's right out my window. And once again, too, make sure if you're requesting one of the resorts where they've got like a water view, make sure you're actually looking at water. I did have a stay down here once. I think I stayed at the Saratoga, and they gave me a water view, and I had a sprinkler outside. So that's not, to me, like a real water view. But right now, we're gonna walk right up the same path we came from, and we're gonna head straight up to the pool up there. The pool's gonna be the last thing we're gonna stop at before we head around and go into the main building and head on out today. But it's a little bit of a walk. Just remember that with the heat out there.
Okay, he's parked right there in the store.
And the paths are always nice and clean. You never gotta worry about garbage and stuff like that. But it's real fun when you're walking up, the fresh colors up there. It looks like they painted most of the stuff. I know they've been doing some work on some of the rooms in these all-star resorts. It's really weird because we actually just came down the last couple of years and they tore out all the rooms and redid them. And now I'm still seeing renovations going on. And I'm not really sure what's going on with that. If they put something in and they changed their mind or what happened. But it's just weird seeing freshly, you know, jackhammers in a room tearing it apart. It's like, wow, that's weird. I thought they redid them all. But here's one last look at the back of the pool. That's the main lobby check-in up there. So if you guys aren't sure where you're going, the big stars are the main check-in, and everything around it's the rooms. You're not sure where you're staying in a room? Look at what the big thing is on the corner of the buildings, because they are staircases. In this case, it's also a bongo drum. So when you guys are coming around, you're gonna see that, and that's a big staircase. And this is where you're staying. The big mariachis up there. I believe they call them mariachis, the little shakers. And this is coming in around the other side of the pool. We came down on the other side. We're gonna make our way up. And this is pretty much the end of the resort here. So there is no other buildings and stuff like that. We did all the sections, and now we're gonna head back up to the main check-in. Now up on this side of the pool, you'll see that little building up there. Well, I'll show you that when we get there. Each one of them have one of those buildings. You can go in there. They've got the washing machines and stuff like that. They've got some soda machines in there. There's another look at the pool, and them guys spraying the water out there. Now you'll recognize the guys in the center of the pool from the ride over in Mexico. So if you guys get a chance to go to Epcot, go into Mexico. There is a ride inside of Mexico. And if you guys aren't sure what it is and you want to see it, go to countrybeartours.com. The website's back up. Go to Epcot and you'll find it over there, the Grand Fiesta Tour. And right now we're going to head on over to that building we saw walking up. There's another look at the pool. We're almost wrapped up out here. And like I said, nobody's here. These are the lines up here, guys. If you ever wanted to go, now's the time to get up here. The lines are nice and small. There's actually a lot of people here today. And in there, you're gonna go in there, you got some washing machines, soda machines, stuff like that in there. Now to get inside, you guys do have to be staying here because you do have to have your room key or magic bands. And that's the back of the building that we came out. So we're gonna head right on back up in there, and we're gonna cut straight on through the building. Let me show you one more time the pool before we walk away, guys. This is the All-Star Music Resort. Now we're gonna head straight on through the building and come right out the other side. That's where the buses are gonna pick you up. So if you guys are going anywhere, you need to go there to get picked up. And parking's out there. One more time, the intermission food court, the notable games, the Hall of Fame wall there, and that's all you musicians up there. And the All-Star Sports will have the sports guys up there. The movies will have the movie guys up there. So you have different pictures of different people that were in movies, music, and in sports. Here's your lobby one more time. You're coming here to check in and to check out. And a lot of times you can do the checkout right in your room. They'll send you the thing, you can do it, and you just leave. You don't even got to swing by here. And you're gonna come right out these doors here, and this is where the buses are gonna pick you up, guys. If you haven't had a chance yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel, help us out, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.